Death Stranding 2. If you pre-ordered Death Stranding 2, and I think got the collector's edition or premium edition or whatever the hell edition it was, it releases at midnight on the easternmost area of your country. It's weird. I don't understand the time zones of it, the way they're doing it, but for me, it releases in like 4 minutes. So, yeah, we're gonna be playing Death Stranding 2. I absolutely loved Death Stranding 1. I mean, you know, it's Hideo Kojima at his when you've just unshackled him. Death Stranding was weird, but it was really good. And I found myself just enthralled with it all the way through. So, of course, I've been insanely excited for the release of Death Stranding 2 on the beach. To see where that story goes. You wouldn't think a game about delivering packages would be all that fun, but it's insanely addicting. So, yeah, Death Stranding 2. I think it starts out like giving us a bit of a highlight on what happened in the first one, so you won't be entirely lost. I mean, even if you played the first one, you might have still been lost anyway. I actually went back and like watched some videos of it and like some recaps because I was just like, I need to. Oh wait, putting controller in freezes my camera for some reason. There we go. I think Steam was trying to grab it. Okay. Yeah, it releases today if you got like the early edition. Otherwise, it's on the 26th. If you got the like normal edition of Death Stranding, it's on the 26th. But could not resist getting this early. On the PS5. So let me get everything set up. I don't think cut up for capture. Hang on. Come on, where's my remote? There it is. Tested earlier and it worked at least. But that was earlier, not now. There it is. Yeah, 1 minute 16 seconds left on it. Also, just a warning to anyone who's watching the VODs. Much like the first one, shit will probably get muted when songs play. I can't do shit about that, and so... Oh, that just captures. Okay. Wait, do I have it set up for capture? Or is it just capturing my full screen? Oh, it is capturing my full screen. Well, it was. And then I did that. There we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There it is. Yeah. Oh, it's starting up. Here we go. Ready? Can y'all hear it? Volume's good. Usually just for YouTube's sake, we go a little bit brighter when it goes up on VODs. Bonus data found. Sorry. Really unlock machine gun MP level 1. Bonus data found. The following content has been added. These items and equipment will become available as soon as you progress the game. Cairo feline, patch, battle skeleton. So a lot of pre-order stuff. Custom hologram. Battle skeleton. So actually the first time I played this, I played it on PC, and then Director's Cut I think got added to PlayStation Plus, and then I bought Director's Cut for PC, so... a little bit loud, isn't it? At least to me. We'll go normal. Can I change it at any time? Might not be able to change it any time. Oh, it's fine. It's one of those cases it's hard to tell because the music will go up and down and you're like... as you're trying to adjust it, it's like... going loud, then quiet. Subtitles on, speaker names, sure. For accessibility for everyone. Sound was coming out of my controller for a second. It shouldn't. Dead zones for controllers. Shared content, yes. That's fine. Hey, Nelly! You're right on time. Enemy encounter animations, first time only. We'll keep it on that for now. You were watching? Oh, you waiting for the beach, babby? How is Muso? God, the volume is like... volume goes up and down. Light signs containing spoilers. Signs which warn of dangers or point you in a certain direction are considered spoilers. Nah. We'll let people show us signs. Corpus icon. Sure, I don't know what that means. Help icons, yeah, that's fine. Command prompts, markers, enemy encounter. Like I say, we'll keep that for now. Yep, share content, and I think... I assume motion sensors will still work, even though I'm remoting into the PlayStation. I think they do. I think we... Well, actually, I don't know if we ever try. It might. I don't know. I think they do. And like I say, if you're watching on the VODs, probably things will get muted. Some of the music in this, like in the first one, every time a song played, it got muted. So, you know. Can't help it, it's just the way it's gonna be. So... Kojima likes his licensed music. Alright, let's do a recap. furry world is fucked up, but we hit Lubu with a train, so that was nice. Choo-choo, Lubu. Also stopped a bit early since you felt a bit of a throat tickle and want to make sure it was nothing. Okay, yeah, that's a good idea. All right, let's do a recap.
Perhaps you remember me. That's right. It's Deadman. The world, as you know, is in awful shape. And it's all because of the Death Stranding. The dead started to find their way into our midst, crossing over from the other side. We call these entities BTs, Beached Things. When they came into contact with the living, the result was instant annihilation. A void out, leaving nothing but a massive crater in its wake.
I have to turn it down still. I turned it down quite a bit and it's still kind of loud.
But that was only the beginning. Strange rain fell from the sky, rapidly aging everything it touched. A phenomenon we came to know as timefall. Structures would rust and collapse, and people grew old in an instant. The world transformed into something completely unrecognizable.
Yeah, a recap is nice to have, especially with this game. Because there was a lot to it.
Those who survived these changes came to fear both Timefall and BTs alike. They withdrew into the remaining cities, which in turn closed their doors to outsiders. People ceased to travel and stopped meeting in person. They grew distant from one another and became further isolated. The social, cultural, and political bonds between humans began to crumble. The Death Stranding was hastening humanity's extinction. Seeing this, Bridget Strand, the last president of the United States of America, founded Bridges, an organization committed to making America whole again and providing a future for all humankind. However, Bridget died before she could realize this ambition. It was you, Sam, who took up her cause and resolved to see it through. Sam, the humble porter, who also possessed the unique powers of a repatriate, the one and only person who could save humanity. So with Bridges' Cupid in hand, and accompanied by the bridge baby Lou, you embarked on a journey across North America.
Yeah, give me a sec. I'll do something real quick. We're gonna shrink down a little bit smaller. Hey, Fidget! Don't put the Cupid in my ear.
Of course, you had struggles of your own, often phasmophobia, or the fear of being touched. The despair of having lost everything was just too much. But despite it all, you strive to bring people together. By extending the chiral network across the length and breadth of the continent, you would enable the rebirth of the United States as the United Cities of America. You were also to rescue Bridget's daughter, Amelie, who had been taken captive by terrorists. These were the vital missions you were entrusted with, Sam. We, your friends at Bridges, did everything we could to support your efforts. There was our director, Di Hardman, a close associate of Bridget, who was dedicated to fulfilling her final wishes. His commitment to American Reconstructionism was absolute, and for that he was named the first president of the UCA. And of course, Sam, the incomparable Deadman, yours truly. I'd like to think we became the best of friends. As you may recall, I was born from an artificial womb, and over the course of my life, was the recipient of numerous organ transplants. I've always got on with the dead. I used to be a coroner. Anyway, I pushed myself physically and mentally to help you and your BB, Lou. Mama and Lochna were twin sisters, as you may remember. Skilled scientists who developed the Cupid, which was essential for chiral network expansion. A personal tragedy caused the two of them to grow apart. But they've since reconciled, with both their souls residing in the same body. Hartman. Every 21 minutes his soul departs his physical form, and for 3 minutes his body is clinically dead. During this temporary death, his soul is sent to the beach. That's why he knows more about the beach and the Death Stranding than anyone else. His knowledge proved indispensable in the execution of your mission, Sam. Fragile. Leader of the private delivery outfit, Fragile Express. Exposure to timefall caused her entire body from the neck down to age significantly. It was the mark of a terrible betrayal. Higgs, a former comrade, used timefall as an instrument of torture, you see. To no surprise, Fragile was hell-bent on getting revenge. But after meeting you, Sam, she had a change of heart. As your friends, we would stop at nothing to see you succeed. But ultimately, crossing the continent was something you had to do on your own, with only Lou for company, and with no end to the forces that stood in opposition. Deadly BTs, unforgiving terrain and unpredictable weather, ruthless terrorists. The list goes on. Without a doubt, your greatest enemy was Higgs. Convinced that humanity deserved to go extinct, he kidnapped Amelie and tried to torment you and countless others. But neither he nor anything else could stop you from achieving your goal. The chiral network was finally completed. The bridge to the future was built, but your ordeal was not yet over. You had to learn the real nature of the Death Stranding, a secret that Amelie had kept hidden from us all this time, and a terrible truth you had to face. But you accepted this final revelation, Sam, and did what had to be done. America rose from the ashes as the UCA, and as the people celebrated your accomplishments, you carried out one final mission in secret, to save your BB, to save Lou. You removed the child from the pod that was their prison, and began a new life together. And so it was that the two of you vanished, without so much as a trace.
Which, I mean, BBs aren't supposed to survive out of the pod. It's one of their tragic things is that there's an incredibly low chance BB will survive outside its pod. And technically, BB had died at the end of that. It didn't quite explain the whole story, because there was definitely like turns, like Amelie actually kind of engineered the whole thing. She was in league with Higgs to get Sam to do this thing and to entice him. Still quite loud. The BBs weren't considered dead. They were born of still mothers, which were brain dead women who carried the pregnancy, and then the BBs were then removed by C-section because they were through various discoveries they were making with them, discovered that they kind of bridged the gap between the realm of the living and the dead. But in their state, there was an incredibly low chance that they could survive outside of the pod. And even in the pod, they could only really remain in service for 1 to 3 years maximum, usually 2 years. There was a report, if you did the DLC, of one BB did survive outside the pod, but unfortunately she had been killed. I think, I can't remember. Was it cancer from chiralium, or was it a terrorist attack? It might have been a terrorist attack. But the likelihood of a BB surviving outside of its pod is incredibly slim, and actually at the end of the first Death Stranding, BB was dead. BB died, and Sam's last act was to take BB to the incinerator because, of course, didn't want BB turning into a BT. But, there was a chance, Dead Man said, well, maybe you could try taking BB out of the pod and see what happens. It is against a direct order from the president to do that, but, you can try, and, in the end, Sam did remove BB from the pod. BB was still dead. He did everything he could to try to revive her. She was turning into a BT, but at the last second, I think it was the ghosts of previous BBs that might have helped, because you kind of saw them in the background. That helped revive Lou. And then Lou ends up surviving being removed from the pod. Lou's exceptional. Lou's one of 5%, because I think they said it was 5% chance. And we also have to remember, Sam was he wasn't the original bridge baby. He was one of the original potted, because also the thing about the chiral network was there had to be a sacrifice made, because the chiral network transfers information across the beach. The purgatory between the world of the living, because time doesn't happen there. So, you get 0 time transmission. But to kind of create the chiral network, they had to have certain BB candidates that could create the nodes, that they would become a human sacrifice, basically. And Sam was one of the original ones. He had the potential, but it was the plan kind of got discovered by Die Hardman, who was a soldier at the time, who told Cliff, who was Sam's father, about what was happening, and, try to get your child out. He failed to get his child out. Cliff was killed, and so was Sam. Sam was killed as well. Amelie, at the time, who was also Bridget, because they were one person, it was a split soul sort of thing, went to the beach, found Sam dead there on the beach, and stopped him from being able to cross over. So made the first repatriate. So Sam is literally deathless. If he dies, he will come back. He cannot die, which that screwed up the balance, and basically caused the Death Stranding. Because now suddenly, you've got an undeath happening in the world. And that threw everything out of whack, and because of that, he was no longer a candidate for the chiral network. So Bridget ended up raising him as his own, and all the memories you see through the first Death Stranding that you think are BB's are not. They're Sam's memories that he just forgot, So, yeah, there's a lot of details they kind of left out of this, but they might touch on them as well, maybe. But it basically, you got a lot of the more important stuff out of there. So, I could be here for hours trying to cover all the details. There's so many details going on. There's so much fleshed out, and it's just... Hard to cover. All right, we ready? Let's do this. It's time. We'll do normal. Tempted to do casual, but we'll do normal. Because we don't difficulty shame here. Okay, it can be changed. Okay, that's good. I think in the original, I can't remember if you could change it or not. I don't think you could. But I'm glad they've given us that option. Nice. This never really mattered in the original at all, but we'll do it anyway. Because I think I looked it up. It had no, it had no true bearing. But it said that a person's birthday will indicate their path in life. Research has also shown that it can determine a person's experience of dooms. Dooms, oh yes, that's basically people's... Okay, do we want to know about dooms, folks? Dooms was a condition that if you had it, you were kind of immune to the negative effects of chiralium. Because everyone else would get cancer and all this other stuff and be driven mad, driven to suicide, all that kind of stuff. But people with dooms, they were connected to Amelie in a way. She, being an extinction entity, had nightmares of course, the end, which then transmitted to everyone with dooms. People with varying amounts of dooms could sense or see BTs. Sam can only sense BTs. Others could see BTs, and people like Higgs could control BTs. But it was also Amelie that was giving Higgs his extra powers. Because Amelie is an extinction entity. We were in the midst of the 6th extinction. Because as you know, in actual history, we've had 5 extinctions events. This is the we were in the 6th. Do you hear me yap about it because you only saw bits and pieces, never knew the whole thing? Oh, there's so much. I recommend, like, there's playthroughs, there's quiet edited playthroughs on YouTube. I recommend it. I mean, even I did a playthrough. You could probably find it on my YouTube, but again, VODs will mute things and whatnot. But yeah, and I didn't do the DLC at the time because it wasn't out. Yep, let's do it. All right. Whilst dooms can affect almost anyone, those born under the constellations with a greater connection to the beach include Cancer, Pisces, Cetus, and Delphinus. These are new ones. Are said to be more susceptible to developing the condition. It is believed that such individuals are fated to walk a life path fraught with disquiet and turmoil. Can I actually pause it? Okay, yeah. All you know is that Hideo Kojima is a maniac, and apparently he has a secret folder for ideas that he once used after his death. I'm not sure about that one, because I know in the latest interview with him, because it was like talking about passing the torch, and he was like, I don't want to pass the torch. You know, I'm here to inspire people, but if I pass the torch, you won't make as good of things. Because if you just make my stuff, you won't make it as good. Make stuff that inspires you. And if I inspire you, that's great. But, you know, it's not about passing the torch. I just want to pass the spark. But yeah, no, it's funny because he actually rewrote the script. He had the script to Death Stranding 2, and then COVID happened, and he rewrote it. Because he was like... COVID affected me really harsh. And of course, the game released around COVID, and he was like, oh. He was like, no, I don't want to predict another future. But at the same time, it was very impactful to him. So he actually entirely rewrote Death Stranding 2. Maybe it was a misquote. It could be. And I mean, It depends on the interview. I just know the last one I saw, he was talking about that. But, um, of course, he talks about a lot of things, so. uh, it could be both. He might actually have a folder of things he would like to see produced, maybe. Could be a bit of, it could, column A, column B. Received word that we'd be receiving a prisoner born under a certain star. What would that be? You thought the moon whale was part of the lore and got excited? Nope. You gonna read it, Sam? No, once there was an explosion. Bang, echoed around the world, a phenomenon known as the Death Stranding. Beach things, BTs, lost spirits of the dead, found their way into our midst. When they came into contact with the living, the result was an instant annihilation of the Since most can neither see nor sense BTs, people lived in fear of them, withdrawing from the outside world. Cities became isolated, and humanity crept toward extinction. To unite what was left of America, a Porto named Sam forged a bond with a bridge baby, BB, called Lou, who possessed a special connection to the other side. Together they journeyed west across the continent, reconnecting. Okay, the BB wasn't named Lou. He named it Lou after his dead daughter, who died in a void out. But on that day that the United Cities of America celebrated the nation's rebirth, Sam and Lou vanished without a trace. Though UCA officials attempted to track them down, the pair's whereabouts remain unknown. It's still loud. Sorry. I feel like the audio thing's not working.
Me? I've always loved porters. Through freezing rain and biting wind, across rivers, mountains, and endless deserts. They come to deliver something priceless, a glimpse of a life I've never known. They're my window, my sole connection to the outside world. And I know they'll be back again, today.
-61. Have I ever really loved someone? Do I deserve what I've got? Now the great systems turn to traps and the fear.
it stopped? The music stopped. Isn't that cool? Maybe an aerial camera, that's cool. I am controlling this, by the way. Ugh. Camera, please. Ugh. That wasn't a cutscene, that was literally me controlling that.
Let's head home before it gets dark.
Upside down rainbow over there. I like how we can already see other players' footprints. Potential quick. Oh.
I feel that. Damn shaky.
We just started this though, by the way, because the game just released on it right here. Yeah, no, the footsteps are other players. Because it's doing like regional releases.
There we go.
Big quake. But yeah, we just started because it only released like 30 minutes ago, so. Oh, Lou. Fun. Hi, Lou. Come on, baby.
Okay.
Work?
we're
Okay, it
all
does
right.
read my controller. I'm playing remotely. My PlayStation's downstairs. There you go. We got twofers. You got twofers. Lou, you got twofers. Alright, we ready to go home? So you ever played this game? He wasn't sure what it was and thought it was just hype from Norman Reedus guy. What's the premise of the game? Why do people keep It's honestly, the loop is addicting. It doesn't seem like it is until you play it. And honestly, the story is phenomenal to the original. It doesn't seem like the game loop would be that fun, but it really is. It is actually quite addicting and fun. So I mean, the game loop is you deliver packages, but you have to do it over difficult terrain, dealing with enemies, dealing with various obstacles.
Let's go home and get you fed.
Can we cross that way still? But yeah, it's fun. I enjoyed the first one phenomenally. Kojima read the Postman and had ideas? Maybe so. What about your baby? Those Elder Tours, and they're still around. But this is Lou. This is the baby we carried around in the first one. But I don't think Lou counts as we're not connected to Lou like a BB anymore, so Sam can only sense BTs, I think, again. He was never able to see them. And there's a ladder down there. And without a BB, which side of the mountain is this on? That side. Alright, Lou. Hang on. It's gonna get rough. But it was also like, you know, you had to, you know, maneuver tough terrain, so it was kind of a walk simulator, you know. There's a ladder down there. Why is there a ladder down there? Also, apparently, as we go down the mountain, the music gets more subtle. So, I mean, the tragedy of Sam is that he was originally, this is before the start of the first one, but he was originally married and had a child named Louise, and I believe his wife had dooms as well, and she wasn't handling it well, and I think Bridget was being a therapist to her, but kind of intentionally not very well, and so she suffered what a lot of doom sufferers happen, and she committed suicide. And of course, in a world of Death Stranding, you commit suicide. If the body isn't burned within 48 hours, it goes necro and becomes a BT. At which point, if someone comes in contact with a BT, most of which you can't see them, a void out will happen. So what happened was, at one point, Sam didn't know he had lost contact with his wife out on when he was working for the UCA at the time. Came home, noticed his wife dead on the floor, didn't see the BT, came in contact with her, and boom, void out. And of course, him being a repatriate, he survived, he came back, and a lot of people kind of started blaming him and the UCA, and then that's when the UCA kind of, he went his separate way. But that was pre-Death Stranding 1, that was kind of his backstory. So he had a child and a wife and lost them. Did I just hear other footsteps? Can I shout? Sam, can you shout? Usually there's a shout, isn't there?
Somebody lend me a hand!
There we go. That's the shout.
Hey!
Usually if there's someone playing nearby, you'll hear another Sam call
My
back,
name's Sam!
which is always neat. You won't see them, but you'll hear them. I love the way Death Stranding 1 like handled
Great. Right. Gotta move.
time ball. Means a chance of BTs. Can we grab this? Shit. BTs. Sam, do you live in BT territory, you maniac? Okay, that's how that's done. 500 meters to go. Is this timefall? This might not be timefall. I don't think this might be normal rain. Actually, in a desert, I'm gonna say this, in a desert, when it's downpouring, you shouldn't be in a ravine. That's actually bad. That's how you get caught in flash flood. I don't think this is timefall, I think this is regular rain. Then again, that upside down rainbow and those threads indicate BTs. Ooh, gosh. Okay. I don't think I want to touch those things.
Fuck. Damn. Not like a look at that.
It's like BT tarantulas. Fuck's sake, Sam. Can you live in a baseball field or something? Christ. Ugh, sorry. Read chat here. The survival in the new Cairo world still sponsored by Monster Energy, or did the advertising contract expire? No, funnily enough, when the director's cut came out of the original, it was no longer Monster Energy drink. Which I kind of miss it sometimes. I know on PC you could mod it and put it back, but yeah, at the end of the first game, yeah, the timefall did stop. So it might be possible we can have non-timefall rain in places.
Hey!
Oh, goddamn Sam. I mean, I'm making it harder on myself.
Can anybody hear me?
Okay, Blue.
Almost there.
Yeah, this is what I was worried about, what's happening down here. We can forge that. Careful, Lou. We're going in. Yeah, we're fine.
There, we made it.
I'm sorry, dude. Now that was a new kind of creature. I'm guessing there might be BTs of some kind? Oh, it is Timefall. Oh. Oh. Can you see them, Sam? What? Oh, you cheeky fucker. It's a hologram. Is there streamer mode? No, so the bots probably can't catch mutes. Well, that's just the way it is. You're using Kyograms. You cheeky fucker.
Not bad, little porter. Not bad at all.
Oh.
Okay, little. Time for some nom-noms. Come on, open up. There you go.
Fragile. Aw. Oh, that's the otter. Nice. Pretty sure that's just fragile. Not yet, no.
Who's there?
Thought you had the gun, Sam.
Who are you? Fragile?
Were you cooking?
What are you doing here?
I've been looking for you.
Nothing's worrying me.
Wow. Lou's growing up fast. You two look good. Like a happy family. Here's a gift. The finest Carol printed diapers.
Thank God. How'd you track us down?
Your neighbor got hooked up to the Carol network. Service now extends to the whole region. I let myself in with this. You can use Chiral printers now, too.
Guess it's time we thought about moving. Maybe further south. You know, I'm surprised you used the front door for once.
My jumping days are behind me. Overdoing it left me with some kind of syndrome. They call it jump shock.
You care for a drink?
Thank you, but no. I should get straight to the point.
Business, huh? I mean, for a moment there, I thought maybe you wanted to catch up.
I have a job for you. Take it, and that whole mess over how you left Bridges will be wiped from the record. You won't have to live in hiding anymore.
What about Lil?
That's a little more complicated. We're talking about a Bridges asset. You'll have to work it out.
Lou was decommissioned.
You brought America together. Helped it be reborn as the UCA. But I'm afraid the Death Stranding is far from over. Humanity is still in danger. Still on the brink of extinction. Don't act like you don't see it.
That crypto bio plushie.
A lot of things changed after you went off on your own. Especially within the UCA. Bridges no longer oversees the distribution network. They withdrew once things were up and running. So your friends and co-workers all went their separate ways. And that's not all. Die Hard Man is not the president of the UCA anymore. In case you're wondering who's handling distribution now, A Pass 4000 has revolutionized the whole process. It utilizes the Chiral network to manage and carry out deliveries. Within network coverage, there's no need to rely on human porters anymore. And no need for Fragile Express, of course. So after I closed up shop, I went and started a new group. One that handles work in regions outside the UCA. We decided to call ourselves Drawbridge. And we still require the services of human porters that can work outside the network. Preferably ones with dooms who can sense BTs. Sam, I'm asking you to go to Mexico. To extend the Chiral network to the south. Just like you did when you went out west.
You're asking, or is this coming from the UCA?
Both. The UCA came to Drawbridge, and now I'm coming to you. So, what do you say?
Ooh, choices.
Seriously, why me?
There are several reasons I thought of you for this job. Deadman, for one. He's currently working at a lab in southern Mexico. I don't know the details, but the research they're conducting there is important. Very important. And there are certain things he'd like to tell you in person.
Well, that was one reason. You got more?
I do. And this one's serious. There is some BT territory near that lab I mentioned. They monitor the chiralium levels, and recently, they've observed unusual activity. The cause is still unclear, but they seem to think there's a good chance a massive BT is headed their way. And if they're right, then I want you there, ready to kill it before it kills them. Don't forget, Sam. You were the first person in the world to ever take out a BT. Chiralium contamination is severe. Some areas have it worse than anything you experienced back in the UCA. The timefall storms are growing more intense as well. And, as you can imagine, everything in their path is subject to temporal acceleration. Objects and structures degrade rapidly, while animals and humans grow old and frail in the blink of an eye. Timefall often precedes the appearance of BTs there too. So you should do everything you can to stay out of it as much as possible. There are many other dangers though. The rivers can flood in an instant, and earthquakes happen daily. Mexico has no shortage of beached things. Spirits of the dead washed up from the other side were stranded there just like everywhere else. Any human corpse that hasn't been properly disposed of will become a BT. And any living human that comes into contact with a BT will get dragged into the depths of the tar. Giant BTs can and will emerge from the tar as well. And if they succeed in consuming a living human being, they'll trigger a void out, destroying everything nearby in a massive explosion. Several Mexican cities were wiped off the map in this way. The survivors have since become divided and isolated. As most people cannot see BTs, they live in fear of them, and that fear has made them too terrified to venture outside.
Death Stranding 2, Mexican Boogaloo.
Guess that makes sense. But something's still bugging me.
What?
All this talk about extending the network into Mexico. Isn't the UCA basically expanding their territory? Taking control? Claiming it for their own?
Sam, it's not like that. They're not trying to take over the world. They just want to link up new areas with the chiral network. Like the internet before the Death Stranding. Public infrastructure to connect people. Which is why, instead of turning to an established government agency like Bridges, the UCA contracted a private organization, like ours, who then decided to employ the services of a freelancer like yourself. So please, Sam, won't you help us out?
What if I say no? Is that it? Oh, did they just restart the scene? Or did it change? They restarted the scene. Well, we beat it. We beat Death Stranding 2.
Hey. Not bad, little porter. Not bad at all.
Like I promised Sam, it's not colonialism, it's neo-colonialism. We have to watch the whole thing. We already watched it though. Or does it change? Are you saying that just because you want it to? Okay. Do you know if it's different or not? Or are you just saying that because you want to watch it again? It is different? Are you saying you know for sure it's different? Okay. Okay. I trust you.
Raindrops are falling on my head, and just like the guy's feet are too big for his head, nothing seems to fit.
Or is it like the keeps coming back every day?
Hey. Not bad, little porter. Not bad at all.
And I said I didn't like the way he got things done. Sleeping
Okay, Lou.
on the
Time for some nom-noms.
those raindrops are falling on my head. They keep falling.
No, no!
Minus 61.
What? So apparently you can only deny it twice.
Yeah, all right.
So you'll do it?
Uh-huh. What about Lou, though? It's not like I can take my kid with me. If I do this, can you hold the fort for me while I'm gone? Play babysitter?
We're inside the network. There's a child care app I can use. It'll be fine. The lab is only a few days away. I promise he'll be back before you know it. Link up the region as you head south, and come home safe. We'll be waiting.
All right.
Go on. Slide it on your thumb.
Like a ring?
It's like the old cuffs.
Try sticking your thumb out, like you're giving me a like. Access your ring terminal to view the map. From here you can check order details, as well as the cargo for delivery. Now then, let's review the mission that you'll be undertaking on behalf of Drawbridge. Your destination is a research lab in southern Mexico. When you arrive, you'll need to use the Cupid to connect it to the chiral network. Chiral communication utilizes the beach, where time barely passes. Using the Cupid in conjunction with the delivery terminal will allow us to initiate a zero-time massive data transmission. But because of the distance, it's not feasible to head straight to the lab to establish a connection. You'll need to use the way stations to extend network coverage until you're close enough to get the lab online. Your first stop is C1, Ciudad Nuda del Norte. Bring them a delivery and welcome them into the network. Improper corpse disposal remains a serious problem in Mexico. With every additional corpse that spawns a BT, the risk of a void out grows even higher. C1 in particular is struggling to handle this issue. But once they're online, we can give them the technology they need to address the situation. Why don't you take a look at the cargo you're carrying by opening the menu? You can access useful information about your deliveries via your ring terminal. To review the cargo currently in your possession, select Cargo Management. This is the cargo you'll need to deliver. Be sure to get it to its destination in one piece. It's an excellent idea to place the most important cargo in your backpack. We've given you some additional equipment. It can be carried in pouches or on special hooks, just like cargo. All these weapons can be used to incapacitate humans without killing them. So there is no need to worry about causing a void out. Be sure to weigh your various options as you load up.
Fragile, you sound high as fuck right now. Ooh, get a maser gun.
Return to the menu when everything looks good to go. Finally, before heading out, make sure to plot your delivery route. Return to the map. See your destination? There's a river you'll need to cross to get there. There are bandits in the area too. Armed groups that have attacked borders in the past. Think about what route you might take from your current location.
Oh, what do we got? Deep River. So we could try to sneak around them. But no telling what the terrain around them is going to be like.
Route creation.
When you plot a route on the map, you'll see what hazards you may run into along the way. You can face these challenges head-on, or try to find a way around them. How you get to your destination is up to you, but think it over before getting underway.
I didn't mean to put that marker there. There you go.
Commencing route creation.
Well, normally you had to hold it. And this time you don't have to hold it. Okay. Let's see if we can sneak around him.
Delivery route finalized.
I didn't finalize it. What's happening here?
Delivery route finalized. Commencing route creation.
See, I'm guessing I'm gonna want to avoid this town. Guessing that is BT Central there. I'll just kind of... Part of it's going to be playing it by ear as we get there.
Delivery route finalized.
She really taught me what friendship could mean that day. And it was
Lord Sponge, thank you for the follow. I mean, we could attempt to go through them, but we'll kind of, well, like I say, we'll see what happens as we go.
Latest model Cupid. Just completed. We decided to put a hold on network expansion until it was ready to go. Like last time, you'll be using it to welcome people into a whole new world. It won't be any harder than before either. The Carol network terminals are ready and waiting. Bridges saw to that. Emily's expedition split into two groups midway. The first continued west, while the second cut south into Mexico. But again, they were only able to lay the groundwork. Until you bring those terminals online with the Cupid, the network can't grow.
Fragile, your hands aren't,
No.
Hello.
No more baby food for you.
So did they, is Fragile been fixed?
Not
Like,
to give Fragile any trouble, I'm gone.
her hands weren't old.
Don't you break my kid.
Now who wants to eat?
Right.
All right, let's get this done.
Hello! My name's Sam.
Alright, let me... Okay, so this selects my weapons. Gonna drop up, meet up with your D&D group, enjoy the game. Oh, thank you for hanging out. Okay, so weapon tool menu. Use menu to quickly switch between weapons and tools. Select the category. Cycles out your weapons. So. Okay.
Hello!
Okay.
That long life meals. Ugh, scratch my eye.
Hey! Anybody out there?
I'm gonna go around them. I need to get up this hill. Sam, why are you crouching, hun? Oh, that's the button, crouch.
My name's Sam!
Fieldware menu. Fieldware is categorized. Can be equipped by switching between. The why me hat. It's like he kept a lot of his old stuff, which is neat. Oh, that changes if... Ah, I see, okay. There we go. That's the man right there.
Hello!
We're in enemy territory now.
Is that a sandstorm? Oh, shit. So the hello shout response trigger if someone... Yeah, usually.
Hey, you!
Or it could just get their attention. Oh shit, we got dynamic weather. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get up off this cliff. Do I need to take cover? Oh, that's... Nope, not photo mode. Thank you. Yeah, it may not work, and I mean, people are slowly gaining access to the game. I'm going well off trail at the moment. I mean, take advantage of the sandstorm if I can.
Let's go. Sandstorm.
Oh, I'm getting lost. I am way off trail. this wall. If I stay on the outside of it, I'll be out of their range. I just realized this wall is the border. We just crossed into Mexico.
Now leaving chiral network coverage.
If we're gonna avoid that town, which is probably BT Central, need to stay on the path. But yeah, I just realized, yeah, that's the border wall. Kind of shit, isn't it? As it should be. This is an okay route to take. Actually, we need to be turning off a little bit sooner than this. If we can get off this bridge, that would be best. Man, the sandstorm's crazy. Ooh. Klondike. It's going alright. We're just, you know, delivering some packages. Nothing unusual. Oh, is the storm over? Woo. Part of me wants to go in there, but that's gotta be BT Central. No way, it's not. How you... Hello?
Can anybody hear me?
There's a package over there, I want it. Ugh. Good Lord. Ugh. Yeah, we're just doing some delivery, you know, nothing weird. Nothing weird at all. Some cargo related actions can be performed quickly in this menu. Okay. There we go. I don't know. Where is even our destination at this point? Over there. Ugh. Oh, that's probably not a good place to cross. Are we transporting drugs? I mean, some of it's drugs. We're headed to Ciudad. Forgive me for butchering this. Ciudad Nudo del Norte. Yeah, we're not crossing right there. That is a bad place to cross. Naked City of the North. Yeah, we are. We've entered Mexico. Probably a good place to cross as any. Suppose we can wash off. There's a fish! We found fish. Is that where I'm going?
Somebody lend me a hand.
Blah. I must have got caught up in the sandstorm. Fish flying everywhere.
Anybody out there?
Sun has begun to set. Okay, so day-night cycle is a new thing. I mean, also weather is a new thing. I don't know if it's a cycle or maybe if it's scripted.
ID confirmed. Welcome, Sam. Security measures lifted. Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is restricted inside facility grounds. Access the delivery terminal to process your orders and requests.
Don't worry, Sam. I got a message. I can get messages. I know there's the corpus. You can view the story so far, examine terminology, check the controls, browse gameplay trips, corpus, divide into tab, blah, blah. Okay. Death Stranding has destroyed the Mexican state. Void outs, huge explosions, turbine BTs. Where's the message that... Fragile sent to me? Wow, social strand service. Oh, okay. Here we go. Using the SSS, you can view messages sent by people from all over the world. Look back on the likes you've given and received from porters in other worlds, and enjoy screenshots you've captured in photo mode. Only screenshots taken by X in photo mode can be viewed. Okay. You post. Don't worry, Sam. View unread posts. No, go the other way. God damn it. How does it feel to be back out there, Sam? I'll try to... No, don't... Lou was having fun playing around just a while ago. And is now fast asleep in dreamland. I'll send you another message soon, which you can check on your terminal. And don't worry, I'll take care of Lou. Nice. Having trouble making your deliveries? Just open your ring terminal and select corpus. Manual. Okay, yeah. Okay. Puerto Puente.
Hello! Hey!
Decontamination in progress.
I'm
no
Sam.
anomalies detected. Welcome, Sam.
My name's Sam!
Yes.
You must be Sam. It can't have been easy to come this far south. You're here to bring us onto the chiral network, right? Ah, that's a relief. We'll be able to dispose of corpses properly once you've got us online. That'll be one less thing for our residents to worry about. Anyway, I believe you have some cargo for me, yes? However, I knew I could count on you to get the goods to us in perfect condition. Definitely the right man for the job.
Nice.
Figured we would never see this cargo, but here it is. Thank you so much for the delivery. It's just like everyone says. You're a man that people can rely on. Okay, use your Cupid to bring us online. The chiral gateway you brought us should allow us to establish a connection between Mexico and the UCA. And with state-of-the-art tech at our disposal, we can finally solve a lot of our problems.
Sam, can you see? Nice.
Chiral network coverage successfully expanded. Commencing data collection.
So it didn't look like there were any BTs in that area. At least none reported. Ooh, weapon data. Oh, we get the machine gun. Fires MP bullets effective against any target. Nice. It is a deadly weapon, though, so we have to be cautious about that.
Now displaying your current Porter grade.
We get stealth points now?
Porter grade increased. Congratulations.
Chiral network connection confirmed. And now we can begin fabricating the latest corpse disposal equipment. Until recently, we've been dealing with our dead by burying them in tar, but that solution was growing untenable. We should be okay moving forward. I really can't thank you enough. You must be exhausted after your long journey. We've prepared a private room for your exclusive use. There are countless dangers in these parts. You should rest until you're fully recovered. Don't push on until you're ready. Please, Stay here before you set out again. Well, our corpse disposal problem is no longer an issue thanks to you. But there's nothing we can do to get rid of the BT area we created. Fear of BTs and damage from timefall and chiralium exposure will continue to be a concern. And let's not forget about the bandits willing to attack travelers and facilities. But so long as we remain connected to the network, we'll have access to new tools and technologies to help combat these threats. You brought us more than a connection to the outside. You brought us hope.
Judging by that dialogue, you take that simple incineration doesn't work on corpses. It should, but there's a trick to incinerating corpses. Incinerating corpses puts a lot of chiralium into the air, into the atmosphere, and if you do that around cities, that can cause a lot of health-related issues. Plus, it can bring BTs into the area. But you would consider for most people, unless they have dooms, which most people don't, that chiralium is basically a high-power carcinogen. They do say in a pinch you can throw bodies into the tar. It doesn't dispose of them, but I mean, people aren't typically going to go into the tar, so it's just taking bodies and putting them somewhere people wouldn't go. But yeah, you have to incinerate bodies away from towns. Otherwise, it increases chiralium and it creates timefall.
As I mentioned before, we've been taking them to a nearby tar pit and dropping them in. Unfortunately, we took it too far. And it wasn't long before the whole pit turned into a BT area. In trying to prevent the emergence of BTs, we ended up facilitating their creation. And with the constant timefall in the vicinity, chiral contamination has only grown worse. All these problems have contributed to an increased suicide rate, which in turn has resulted in even more bodies that we've had no way to dispose of properly. But thanks to the chiral network, we can now fabricate the corpse disposal facilities that we lack. Everything's going to be all right. Thank you again for everything. I'll get started right away on preparing your next order for you. By the time you wake up, it should be good to go. You'll just need to access the delivery terminal here. I hope I can count on you.
Goddamn, Sam.
Welcome, Sam. Please relax and enjoy your stay.
I like the dynamic sand covering. Because, like, the bottom half didn't have sand because we went through the river. Yeah. Got sand everywhere. Got another message. This button. Our facilities. Sam, the shower and toilet are outside your private room. Chiral crystals can be recovered from any waste you produce, so go ahead and make use of the facilities. There's also a... A few comments. Here we go. There's also a sink in your room where you can freshen up and check out your look in the mirror. There's a good place to try out new hats or sunglasses. You've also got access to an armory where you can check out various weapons and learn how to use them in VR training. Go ahead and give it a try. It's definitely worth checking out everything your room has got to offer once you've rested up, of course. Alright, Sam, is it gonna be like it was before? Can we do this? You're not gonna get upset at me doing that. In the original, if you zoomed in on his crotch, he'd cover himself. And then eventually punch the camera. There we go. Oh, clean. Guess all I can do is sleep for now. It's like before. He's had the stream before. Well, that's loud. Amelie.
Lou.
Are you alright?
Wait, how'd you...
If you're worried about Lou, don't be.
Chiralgram. Most likely.
I'll admit, the stuff is pretty new to me. But the app has been a big help. Figuring out why a baby's crying, getting the milk just warm enough. It's had the perfect advice for every situation.
Hi.
Yeah,
So-
chiralgram.
How does it feel to be back in the saddle?
Work is the same as it ever was. It's the first time I've been away from Lou.
We're fine. Trust me. Just focus on the road, okay?
So yeah, Fragile's been restored. They figured out some way to reverse timefall. Or something.
Blood volume and stamina at optimal levels. No irregularities detected at this time.
We're finally connected to the chiral network. It's been 4 long years since the first expedition set up the terminal, and we've been waiting patiently to get hooked up ever since. To know we're not alone out here That's all humanity wants, right? Not only are we connected to other locations, we can also fabricate new equipment using chiral printers. Living the dream. Four years sounds about right for a cable hookup. Yeah, now he just, yeah, sorry, I missed that. Yeah, Sam just looks disappointed at you now when you look at him in the crotch. Not gonna get upset about this, huh? Oh, Sam. That stamina boost. Kind of takes it a little easy now, doesn't he?
Drink that. It's milk.
Down the hatch this time. Hunger somewhat satiated. Black camo. Honestly, like the way it is. I kind of like that. Because then you can see his eyes at least. Cannot fabricate custom attachments, so like before. Just patches for now. Why has it got a quokka? Oh, I get this because buying extra the Stranding. Customizing your room. You can customize the screen room in your private room. Choose from a list of presets or use screenshots captured in photo mode. Oh, nice. Oh, old memories. It's like out in Mountain City, wasn't it? That's the one. Wait, did it not? Oh, it doesn't. I have to realign it. It's just customizing it there too, okay. I can't like make faces anymore. Yeah, so there's different cycles now. There we go. Bridge links. Okay. Okay. Right, guess let's go out.
Departing facility. New order available. Please review and confirm.
Good morning, Sam. Did you have a good rest? We're already making progress in addressing the corpse disposal situation here. Once again, I've got to thank you for that. If you access the delivery terminal, you'll find that you can fabricate equipment for yourself now too. We have some materials on hand here that you can use to make supplies for your journey. Take as much as you need. Now, we don't have all the same schematics in Mexico that you have access to in the UCA. But as you link up more facilities to increase chiral network bandwidth and improve your connection level with the locals, we should be able to share all kinds of new data with you, expanding your fabrication options further. I heard that you're planning to extend chiral network coverage to the south, down as far as that research facility. So go ahead and pick up the order I posted for you. I'll explain the finer details of the mission while you look at the map provided by ABAS.
So what do we get? Backpack customization, lock, recycle and store. So what can I have? Okay, I can get a blood bag, container repair spray, climbing anchor. The mazer gun. So these come with MP bullets. Right, so Villa Libre is home to a pregnant woman and many elderly people, but with no local doctor, they have no access to vital medical care. To help the residents and gain their trust, bring them at least one remote medical unit. What's the corpus say about that? Okay. So next location needs to be connected to the Cairo network is Villa Libre, a small prepper settlement populated by elderly people and a pregnant woman. There's no doctor at Villa Libre, meaning its residents live a precarious existence without medical support. As such, you need to bring them a remote medical unit. When connecting to the Cairo network, the device allows medical diagnosis and treatment to be conducted remotely. It allows APAS to provide support for patients. There's a significant bandit presence near Villa Libre. They have requested several pieces of cargo, but even one of them is, if even one is safely delivered, it should allow their facility to be connected to the Cairo network. To ease the anxiety of Villa Libre residents, and earn their trust, deliver at least one remote medical unit to the facility. Okay.
Your next destination is Villa Libre. The people there don't have enough medical equipment to meet their needs. If you bring them this delivery, you'll be sure to earn their trust. And once you've done that, you'll have an easier time convincing them to become part of the Cairo network. Timefall is coming down hard in this area. Cargo containers that are exposed to timefall will begin to degrade. If you carry container repair spray with you, you can use it to mitigate these effects before it becomes a problem. Keep an eye out for the rivers and bandit camps in the area too. Hazards like these can make your life much harder. On your way to Villa Libre, you might pass a post box we built. We left behind some spare equipment in its shared locker. If you see it, take a look inside. Everything is yours to use as you deem fit. There should be materials in there too, enough to fabricate something if you like. Also, if you have any extra equipment, you can use the box to donate it to other people. With a moment's generosity, you can make another porter's day. Finally, each postbox has a private locker which can be used to store equipment for later use, and a recycle feature that will turn any unneeded items into materials. So what do you think? Have enough information to plan your journey to Villa Libre? Take your time to finalize your route.
Okay, what are we looking at? So it looks like we just have to deal with bandits in that area. We could go entirely around them. Just skirt them entirely. Probably the best COA, actually. Can we get rid of these old markers?
Commencing route creation.
No.
Delivery route finalized.
With all markers. There we go.
Commencing route creation.
And we don't know really what we're getting into, so again, everything's all about just kind of seeing what happens when we get there. see if there's any easy passages. There's a lot of time fall we're gonna have to deal with. Again, potentially BTs. Also, I worry about getting through that town, but we'll see when we get there. We're fording 2 rivers. That's about the worst of it, it looks like. Okay.
Delivery route finalized.
This order calls for some pretty hefty cargo, to be sure. But don't forget to take into account all the other extras you'll need to carry to get the job done. Every piece of equipment you take also adds to your overall weight. So think carefully about your loadout. Try to pick critical items that won't weigh you down and wear you out when combined with your cargo. Run out of stamina halfway through a delivery, and you're in for a world of hurt.
These are big ones. 20k each, 40 to get us through. Definitely feels like a game is keeping things familiar for now. Yeah. Eventually, as we do this, we'll get familiarized with the terrain, familiarized with good routes to take.
Make all necessary preparations for your delivery. When everything is in order, head out.
Fabricate equipment. What all are we carrying? We've got a rifle. MP rounds. We've got a ladder. We've got 2 ladders. We don't really need 2. Although we might just put one down across the river, just to get rid of one of them and make things easier maybe for others. We've got the handgun, boots. Do we not have a boot hook? Okay. Route simulator. Return to the route simulator. Oh, okay. That's just that. Alright, let's go.
Order accepted. Thank you.
Site detected nearby.
Please give it your all. Safe travels. That's the spirit. Very observant.
Disengaging weapons restrictions.
Where are we going? That way?
Fuck this.
I didn't bring any spray with me. Who's played the original Death Stranding? Who has a vague idea of what's happening? I mean, I played it. Yeah, cargo container was gonna get got. What? Rising rivers? I'm sorry? Where's water levels rising? Your idea of what's happening is that I told you. Tell you it should last long enough. You played it. You picked it up early. Meant to get around to it, but never played the first one. Time for some flash floods. Yeah. Oh, we might need to not delay if the rivers are going up. Yep. Recover, Sam, recover. Let's just... not weapons. L2. Oh, they got little elevators now. Well, that's cool. What's the name of the place we're heading? Is that, yeah, Villa Libre? Yeah, okay. Were we talking about 1 or 2? You played 1 but not 2? Okay. Yeah, no, I was asking like anyone played the first one. Yeah. Oh yeah, look. You see the water pouring over there. Is that down in another ravine? Ah, that's in another ravine. There's that package. Where's the other one? Is that in? Oh, it might be in the mule box over there.
There we go.
Not a safe place to be in a ravine. kind of want to grab that. Boxes are getting kind of trashed.
Fuck this.
I've gone way off course. Hello, Starfire. I've gone way off course, but it looks like there's a ladder up ahead of me. Ooh. Oh, that don't look nice. Let's get out of here. Shit, that's a tar pit. Cross now. Any cargo spray, do I? Oh, it told me to bring some and I didn't. Might end up fucking this order. Yeah, the containers are almost gone. That's not good. I went way off track. Whoever left that ladder.
Man, this one's for you.
Okay, Sam, don't use the ladder, whatever. gonna use it? There you go. I knew the time fall was gonna be bad. I didn't expect it to be that bad. How do I get down? Here. Nope. Well, we're lucky timefall stopped for now, so. Ended up going right past that container though, didn't I? Or no, we're... Yeah, I skipped right past it. Oh well. We're not going back through the time fall to get it. Sam, back up, 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 back up. Stop moving, Sam. Fuck's sake, dude. Christ me. Sam, what are you doing? What do we got? I got one more ladder we might be able to use to get across here. If it'll reach. I don't think it's gonna reach. That's not impossible to ford. It's not gonna be nice, but it's not impossible. God damn it.
Now leaving neural network coverage.
You're so getting such a... You just go... It was shallow enough, luckily. But yeah, that was risky. Curious about something. You only have to really worry if it's red. You can cross the river, if it's yellow, you just have to you have to stop and really hold your ground on it. I think you will constantly deplete though in yellow, but red you'll get swept away. Vida libre. I'm all grilling out here. Time to brush up on my high school Spanish. That was the last time I took Spanish. I mean, the cargo itself is in good condition, so... Even the containers are just busted up.
You're Sam, right? Did the timefall give you a lot of trouble? Thanks for making the trip. Allow me to assess the condition of your cargo.
Nice.
It is almost breathtaking how perfect this looks. Wow.
I mean, the boxes had the shit kicked out of them, but the cargo was perfect.
Did not think we would ever get this back, but seems I was wrong. Thank you so much for bringing it in. I have to say, this was well worth the wait. I had a feeling you wouldn't let me down. Time to connect the Cupid. Once we're part of the chiral network, we'll be able to use these remote medical units you brought. I can get myself checked out as well. We've all been looking forward to this. So go ahead and link us up.
Nice. Cupid connected. Chiral network coverage is expanding, granting access to the following. A PCC level 1. Ah, nice. So we can build watchtowers and post boxes. Bonus data. Following contents, the hologram data for the Quokka.
Now displaying your current order grade.
Chiral communications have been established. Now I can find
Elise, is that you?
these medical units to assess the condition of the child I'm carrying. I just pray they're strong and healthy. The elderly residents here will also be happy to receive proper medical care. Oh, seems like you should be capable of fabricating PCCs now as well. Probably thanks to the chiral network expansion and the resulting increase in total bandwidth. Of course, every additional structure will eat into that bandwidth, but there should be more than enough to support anything you build. Within reason, that is. There's one other problem we've been dealing with lately, though. It's not a critical issue, so I've posted an aid request with further details. If you're interested, you can check it out via your ring terminal. I'm not sure. I should have given birth to my child ages ago. But for some reason, the fetus seems to have stopped growing at 7 months. If something's wrong with my body, I can't tell what it is. And not knowing is driving me insane. But with one of our new medical units, I might finally be able to get answers. I want to believe I can still bring this child into the world someday. The only people that still live here other than myself are elderly. The last of the younger residents decided to risk it all and leave for Ciudad Nudo del Norte a while back. Too many bandits in these parts. Like the one I used to be. We took what we wanted and didn't care about anyone but ourselves. But after I got pregnant, I realized I could not keep living like that. Had to clean up my act. Start living for someone else. My friends didn't understand at all. So they ditched me. Left me to wander on my own. Until the people here agreed to take me in. Even though the poor souls are struggling with all kinds of health issues. That's why we put in the order for these remote medical units. Some of the cargo we had stored here was washed away during a massive flood. The water carried it into bandit territory, so we're in no position to reclaim it ourselves. I know this isn't the sort of thing a porter like you normally does, but if you're willing and able, please, check the aid request. All of the relevant details should be available for review on that ring terminal you're wearing. You can use it to confirm the cargo's location. So, if your travels happen to take you out that way, we'd really appreciate the help. A new order has just come through for you. Looks like the residents of the C1 South Distribution Center need you to recover some cargo from a bandit encampment and bring it to them. You can review the specifics of the order when you get around to accepting it. So once you're good to go, access the delivery terminal here to get underway. I'll share additional info with you as soon as you do so.
Order completed. Well done.
Okay. So what have we unlocked in the area? Not a lot. Most of it's... Still no warnings of BTs as far as I can see. Hop. Okay. We'll put this... We've still got our assault rifle. We got one ladder, we got the maser gun. So, how does this work? I never actually got to use it in the first one. So it's basically a giant fucking lightning gun. Makes no noise when firing. Get 16 shots with that. Okay. Fun. So, main order? Do you not want me to go pick up other stuff? Is there not an order for it? Well, we'll no doubt be coming back as it goes.
Okay, Sam. Are you ready? Then I'll bring you up to speed with what I know. The order you've undertaken is to recover chiral density gauges that have been stolen by bandits and taken back to their base. The base is located in some overgrown ruins, so you'll have a hard time getting a clear view of it. You might want to construct a watchtower nearby before you charge in. With it, you can get a better handle on the situation and improve your odds of getting the job done quietly. But that's not all, of course. Other porters are also able to make use of your structures. This way, you can help out the people who follow in your footsteps through this area. Think about what I told you and finalize your route. Best of luck to you out there.
Alright, Cloudy. Have a good night. I don't know if we'll go too much later. I know we wanted to get... We of course got a late start tonight because it didn't unlock till midnight, but... I wanted to play at least for a little bit. So let's see. We have to pick that stuff up and go all the way through. I mean, it almost seems like the best route is to come through here. Looks like there's a little path. If it's suggesting we sneak in that way anyway. What's here, though? Spider Hill. Okay, so I need to watch out for those if we decide to take that route. Figures they would have something that would, Well, we can take a look at it, see if that's a viable route. If not, we'll potentially hop this way, but it seemed like this is truly the route it wants me to take. Even having to wait to unlock it, it's still got a respectable stream done, in your opinion. Well, thank you. I know it's it was when I realized it wasn't gonna unlock till midnight. I was like, you know, barring other events that I had to cover, I was like, how are we gonna deal with this? So. So, I mean, for the most part, we'll just, you know, again, take a look as we get through here. And then it looks like the terrain. Again, we're just gonna have to... I didn't finalize it. What are you talking about?
Commencing route
So otherwise, we're not carrying anything else. We've got one ladder, we've got our weapons, we've got a PCC. Okay. Fabricate some repair spray just in case. Did I just reset everything? I did. I reset everything. Okay. Get used to the new interface.
Order accepted. Thank you.
Till next time. A new feature has been made available for use.
Aids requests. View all aid requests received so far. Aid requests are issued by inhabitants of facilities and do not need to be accepted like orders. Ah, here we go. Requests will be deemed complete once you've done what's required. Ah, okay. So we do want to do that. Place a marker over there. So they've changed the way that works. Okay. And we can save. All right. Let's go grab that. We'll turn that in. So
I'm Sam.
I will always support you.
I think you also get replies if people put signs down as well. So it's not necessarily that the player's there, it's that you get replies from signs.
Anybody out there?
Ooh, the flash flood stopped. Look at this. Huh. Dry as a bone. Oh, it's telling me I'm near this stuff. Okay. You can trust cargo. Okay, good. There's a bunch of container repair spray in here. Though. Issued by the inhabitants of facilities who reward you with likes upon their completion. Completing someone's aid request will also increase the connection level. To review. Okay, yep.
Well, I'm gonna go drink water. It's been a while since I've done that.
Okay, I have everything. I will hydrate when we get this delivered. It's weird having a day-night cycle.
There we go, get out of my way.
Sunset will be occurring shortly.
They never did a day-night cycle before, but I think they always kind of did that because if you've never played Death Stranding, like Sam literally walks across the United States, but it's scaled down, so the world is kind of compressed. And it's kind of the same in this, no doubt. The world's just kind of compressed down. So a few meters can represent miles. Yeah, this is the kind of stuff we'll be doing. We see orders, we see stuff to turn in, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do what I did the first time. We are going to 5-star everything. Man, the night cycle's wild. That's such a new thing. I wonder if that's gonna change, if that's just for visibility, or if that's gonna have a dynamic effect. This goes to, let's grab this. Maybe night. Harder for enemies to find you at night, but the darkness also makes it easier to lose your footing and fall over. Huh, okay. Because the original, the Odra deck always had light, but there was no day-night cycle. I know how to, okay, you can take the menu down. There's another package over there, we'll grab it.
Hey! Somebody lend me a hand!
I see another one. Way down right here. Just gonna grab up cargo. Thing right over there, filtration equipment. That one goes, that other piece goes the other way, so we won't grab that. Or we can stash it for someone else to deliver. This one's a big one. Okay. Hang on. Yeah, there's more stuff over there. Where am I? I've gotten myself lost. I'm heading up the wrong way. Okay. So that was left by another player. I climb off. It's happening, guys. The package addiction is happening. I got the mule's disease, as they called it in this universe. I need the packages. I need the dopamine.
Anybody out there?
I need the dopamine. I need the likes. Or oxytocin. Get there, Sam. You got this.
I'm Sam!
Grabbing every last shiny package like a magpie would. Like in the original, you would have like stuff that was like random packages would be on the ground, and if you picked them up once, you could always pick them up again, but they wouldn't be worth as much. So I mean, the game always made sure there were packages strewn about. You could never actually just clean up the map. But some were left by players, and some were... Alright. Done. Here you go.
Well, looks like someone's burning the midnight oil. You are a trooper. I will never know how you managed to track this down, but I am grateful to have it back.
Nice. Look at all those likes. 990 likes. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
let me repay the favor with some local data of ours.
Ooh.
Maybe you'll find something of interest you can use.
Custom electric rod. Melee weapon that extends telescopically when swung, delivering electric shocks that can stun enemies. Can also be used to block melee attacks or throw like a spear to minister electric shock to a distant target. Note, however, that once thrown, it cannot be recovered. Ooh. Nice. We got a bandwidth increase.
We have allocated more resources for you to use, if you need them. I hope it helps.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
So of course, one of the things, if you don't know, the more stars, they increase your bandwidth and how much stuff can be stored. Increased bandwidth means also more structures of other players you can see.
The data I've shared with you is the schematic for my custom electric rod. While this design is tailored for use with our fabricators, it's functionally no different from the ones bandits use. The rod extends with a quick shake and can be used to stun enemies over a wide area. It can also be thrown like a javelin, though you won't be able to retrieve the rod after doing so. A thrown rod will release a burst of electricity when it strikes the ground. And no bandit can shrug off a direct hit from this bad boy. Test it out, and you'll see.
Order completed. Well done.
Nice. Was that added anything to the area? Doesn't look like particularly. Might have added a few more ladders and ropes. Okay. Tempted to make one though. Concerned about the anti-human aspect of it. Because, like, this is low. These are both low anti-human. I'm worried. Can you kill someone with these? Okay, so the skull doesn't mean deadly. It just means... what it affects. Okay. So I guess it just means it's effective against humans. So it's not deadly to humans, it's just effective. Okay. Understandable. Yeah, I mean, most stuff is suited not to kill. Okay. Reorganize. All right. I need to remember, I'm getting myself used to the controls. Okay, so the stick does that. All right. That's the custom electric rod. Okay. Nice, nice. So none of our guns have anti-BT rounds in them. All right, neat, cool. But it's late. I intentionally went long tonight, like I say, because I wanted to get some time with this when it released. I really want to play longer, but we've got more tomorrow. Because this is what we're playing. We will be playing nothing but this till we finish it. Now, there may be some exceptions, because one of the things that happened when I was away, I got offered a lot of keys when I was away. Always happens when my schedule is full, never when it's empty. I know. Terrible problem to have, isn't it? So there might be some where I'll like do an early shot where I, you know, maybe do 2 hours of something else, and then we move into this again. But tomorrow we're just gonna do straight up this. So. Oh, it's so nice. It's like getting back into Death Stranding. I've been so excited about this. I've been so excited. Like, okay. Close that. All right. And that worked well, as usual. The remote play feature on the PlayStation 5 is absolutely excellent. If you're a streamer, it's a great thing. So yeah, that worked out quite well. Like I say, we'll be playing this. We're playing this till we're done. This is my main game. So I hope you're all here for it. I hope you are here and ready for this, because this is what we're doing. And like I say, there might be a couple of instances where I toss in something else, because like I say, I got offered a few keys, and some of them look interesting. So it might be we start a stream early, or I just, you know, do a couple hours with it, standard. But tomorrow for sure, nothing but Death Stranding 2. That's all we're doing. So that'll be fun, right? I'm so excited for more. Not much has happened so far. I know not much has happened, but, you know, it's the intro to the game. Shit's gonna get crazy. If you've watched any of the trailers they released, shit's gonna get nuts. And I'm here for it. I'm here to 5-star every single delivery place. All of them. Looking for a raid target. Let's see, you're up. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. What you doing? That was weird the way it selected that. No. Long they've been gone. Alright, yeah, I'll toss you over that way. Set this up. There we go. We'll send you over to Marshall. Yeah, so, say hi to him for me. Yeah, welcome. We're playing Death Stranding 2. I'm excited about this. I'm back from my break. So thank you for hanging out with me today, and with the discussion we had at the start of the stream, with the unfortunate news that we had, like I say, it's not going to be a forbidden topic. Everyone has a right to talk about it if you feel like it. Just, as always, use common sense, read the room, sort of stuff. But yeah, back to normal schedule for me. Trying to think, what else? Anything else? I feel like I had something else. I can't remember what it was. Oh well, I'll think of it some other time, I guess. Did I not hit the raid button? I didn't hit the start raid button. Oh, I'm a big dummy. There we go. Yeah. Now we're starting the raid. I feel like I did. I felt like I had something else to say. But yeah, like I say, I'm back streaming. It's aside from tragic news, I had a good week off. Yeah. So prepare. Oh, they just went away. All right, wait. Did they just go on a break? Oh, fuck. They might have just taken a break. Would be okay. All right. But yeah, I had something else to say and I can't think of what it is for the life of me. Oh well, like I say, I'll think of it probably tomorrow. Like I say, be back tomorrow. Death Stranding 2, playing it the whole time. Have yourselves a good night. Have yourselves a good Monday. Hopefully I'll see y'all tomorrow. Have yourselves a good time. Bye everyone. I'm fidgeting my words here. Not fidget the Batacorn, just my words. Alright guys, have yourselves a wonderful time. See you next time. Good night everyone. Bye. Oh yeah, it was about the mutes. The VODs might be muted. Oh well. Bye.
Are officially sold out.